But I mean, that's good because he's, you know, now he's been given his chance. He actually used to play Fox.
Okay.
He played Fox for a long time. Then he played a little bit of Sheik, and he's finally settled here on Mewtwo, a character that he probably feels fits his playstyle the best.
Okay.
You can see his little Mewtwo pin is very, very cute.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Very stylish.
Meanwhile, Nam does have the Mewtwo experience.
Yes, he does.
Player unknown in Michigan. Zenoto's brother is actually question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. He barely lost to Nebula to be able to have the spot here today. How do you feel about, you know, as a Mewtwo main, how do you feel about Sheik Mewtwo, and definitely how do you feel about it on FP?
I feel like this is the ideal starting stage for this matchup because Sheik knows which stages to ban. And as a Mewtwo main, I would ban Smashville and Town and City. So it almost always starts on this stage. There's not really, I don't even like this stage particularly, but there's no better stage to start on. So I agree with the stage choice. I believe that this matchup is like, with bias aside, it is probably even, but my Mewtwo like ways want to tell me that Sheik wins slightly. Just because like the frame data is a lot more important than it seems. Yes, Mewtwo has a lot of kill power, but like you can't really hit Sheik. Like
Sheik's very evasive,
yeah,
very small.
It's in a he can't really hit her. Like Sheik really has to mess up like kind of badly for Mewtwo to get a clean hit, and it's when he gets that clean hits that he does like 50%.
Right now, I mean, one of these characters is a kill percent.
And the other isn't. Well, to be fair, Mewtwo's at kill percent come
now.
Yeah, come 60%, Mewtwo should be afraid of dying from the majority of the cast.
That was a deep fair. He had already committed to Bouncing Fish at that point. Whiteface does have the experience on the other side of this as well. While he doesn't get to play him very often, Cinebu does and has attended tournaments with him in his bag. And there's just a lot, you know, he's played the character before. And we just saw with Skillager that when you play a character, it can be a big difference on how you approach a matchup.
Nice fair. Gonna take the first stop.
I think every character in the game is jealous of a move like Mewtwo's fair.
Yeah.
Frame 5, combo starter,
frame
combo
6,
ender.
frame 6.
Frame 6? Frame 6, combo starter, combo ender. And it kills at like 100 at the ledge.
Yeah, I definitely believe that's one of the best fairs in the game. Like,
meanwhile, Whiteface is having a little bit of trouble getting in the whole time. Nam's been very good about using like single needles and making sure that forward air is spaced just correct on Sheik.
And Nam's also been doing a good job of keeping Mewtwo off the stage once he gets him off there, which is kind of like a telltale of this matchup. Once Mewtwo gets off the stage, it's like this is one of the characters with the worst ledge options in the game versus one of the best ledge trappers in the game.
Yep.
It is not pretty.
Right there, we just saw a very clean confirm from Nam. That will work for
Game
forever.
Yeah.
It feels like at this point, you know.
And also, a thing is about Mewtwo, when he's put into Tumble, his tail becomes a hurt box. So something like that, like even if Mewtwo was like an entire character frame length above Sheik, it still would have hit him because his tail drags down and it becomes a hurt box.
Now, this is a very particular counter pick, I think, for Whiteface. We just saw on the other stream, I commentated his match with Spencer, where he actually lost Game 5 last hit due to being Lilatted. It was kind of a forced error, like he lost all of his options, but then when it came down to it, Lilat was the one who actually killed him.
So it's interesting because one thing that I learned as a Mewtwo main on this stage is that if Mewtwo teleports with momentum under the Lilat ledge, he grabs it. He just straight up he scales with it and grabs it. So that's one way that Mewtwo can always avoid being Lilated, but obviously if he, like he said, uses all of his resources, he can't do that.
He had been PK'd Thunder, or fired,
yeah.
So he lost
if he lost all of his resources, he can't do that because he can't scale.
And Nam has had a very commanding lead on this game, as Whiteface really does need to start taking advantage of Mewtwo's absurd kill power.
And I agree with the stage pick because more than likely Battlefield was banned. Mewtwo wants the platforms. He also wants to discourage Sheik from using as many needles as Sheik does, because one thing that I know Nam knows is that if Sheik shoots small needles enough, it's like almost impossible for Mewtwo to get a decently charged Shadow Ball.
And the 50-50
on.
So you can air dodge that, but it's just risky because then you just get double jump up air.
Yeah.
And technically you can die a little bit sooner to that because of the upwards momentum that Sheik will gain. Great Shadow Ball cancel there from Whiteface, but he's got to be able to steal this stock, not just play defense the whole time.
Yeah, and I see him going for the Nair into weak up tilt confirms, but they're actually like a bit weird to do on Lilat. So not the best stage if you want to go for Nair confirms, personally. You probably want to go for like up smashes and up throws if you land your kills here. Or Shadow Ball, of course.
He has not been one to really throw a lot of Shadow Ball, even if he always has a charge.
Yeah, the thing is, it's hard for Mewtwo to get, not at this percent. It's hard for Mewtwo to get a fully charged Shadow Ball while Sheik is still on the stage because obviously Sheik can just throw needles. But one thing that...
Jeez.
Okay. Something's going on over there.
Presumably, it seems like Skittles might have beaten Big Mac on the secondary stream, but that's to be confirmed. We have our own match
taking stock one with the up throw. One thing I do want to see more from him is using the platform above him to get time to charge that Shadow Ball that he needs. Because I'm sure that he wants it, but Sheik's not letting him get it because of needles.
But if you're on that platform, you can completely avoid the entire
if she's on the platform, Sheik's not getting any confirms on you out of a grab, out of an F tilt. Just get on the platform. That was a good bouncing fish.
That was crazy.
Honestly, that bouncing fish could have two-framed Mewtwo even if he had instantly upbeat and not double jumped. So we see Nam is very, very comfortable in this matchup.
I'm not quite sure all of the adjustments that need to be made. I think, like you said, having a better Shadow Ball game will be here.
Shadow Ball is so imperative to winning this matchup because if you can't scare Sheik into messing up, you're not going to land the hits you need.
Especially because Shadow Ball will go through needles once he actually...
Exactly, and those are the trades that you need to force, but not with a tiny Shadow Ball. You need a bigger one. Sheik is not afraid of Mewtwo that doesn't have Shadow Ball.
Very good combo here. Nam taking all 13% from that forward throw. Nam has just looked very dominant. He's had a lot of great, every time that Whiteface has this disadvantage situation, Nam won't let him back down. And seemingly, it's not even that he's just juggling him or anything. He'll reset it, and then he immediately wins that neutral again.
Oh,
and that is a big yikes.
It's sad because that wasn't a two-frame because if Mewtwo is not facing the ledge when he teleports, he does not grab it. So he was just dead there. He didn't have his jump.
Trying to end it all, Nam immediately goes for this down air. When you have this sort of a lead, it's kind of one of those why not situations.
Yeah, the flexes are coming out.
Trying to scare Whiteface.
The flexes are definitely coming out. Yeah.
He wants to show hey, you were from the lesser state. Let me show you what Michigan can do, right? He wants to show the power. Oh, I'm not quite, but
can Whiteface show some signs of life?
He is.
Okay, well,
Nam is
we will take those, and this is your time to get your breather.
Use rage and Nair bouncing
Retreats
fish.
to the ledge, Nair bouncing fish.
Works for basically ever.
Yeah.
Another 3-0 here. We had a whole lot of them, and then we had the 1-3-1 there.
Yeah.
But we have now confirmation Skittles did just 3